All right, it's time for the MVP ski. Who want to go first? We know it's the three same candidates. It's just about who's winning this.
Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Austin Reeves.
Let's
What order do you guys
And
have?
obviously Reeves. Okay.
Obviously.
Let's
Hold
go
on.
three. Let's go three.
Let me just read the candidates out.
Three,
We should
that's a
all
good
have
one.
the same candidates. If you don't, for whatever reason, you
the
could
same
let me
order?
know. No. I'm saying just the three. Say it
I'm
should
gonna
be.
have it as one.
It should
Cam
be.
Thomas in that 1 week.
It should be Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid as the three candidates.
My list is already. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Some people have
I didn't
Tatum.
have any of them.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I've seen some recently.
No, recent.
They're haters. They're haters. I
In
don't
the
know.
first 2 months, maybe, but nowadays it's pretty
I think it was
locked.
Gilbert Arenas who had Tatum.
He's a
Gilbert
hater.
Arenas is a. No, I'm kidding. He's
Over
not,
who?
but-
Jokic or?
Giannis. Oh no, over Embiid.
No, he's a hater.
And I
He's a
saw a
hater.
list
Nah,
where
he's a
Embiid was
People
like
are
number
tweaking.
5.
Oh, Gilbert.
I would understand
Luka
Jokic because he's a
was
Jokic
higher.
hater, but like
He is.
he's also I don't know. Gilbert Arenas has some dumb like some
He has
shit.
bad takes, bro. Some NBA players and retired have bad takes.
Nah, some of the Gilbert Arenas
Some
stuff I
takes
agree
are
with.
bad,
Yeah, but a lot of them are so good. Like his bad takes are so god awful that it's like I can't even defend it.
Honestly, if you have bad takes with good logic, I'm okay with it.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like his are so god awful. There's no way to defend some of the shit he says.
Yeah, you have to at least have like some type of evidence.
Something
The logic gotta hold up.
reason
That's the only
to see it
problem.
From this perspective, you know. But
Like some of the reason is like Giannis doesn't
Three, two,
go
one. We should-
in the off season to the same trainers that I went to, so he's not good. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
One word at a time, so it's
wait.
good for TikTok.
So should we do all three? Or should
No.
We should do 3 at a time, like so. It'll be like, let's say, who's your 3? I'll say one word, and then let's say his,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, 'cause it's
so it'll
gonna
be
be-
easy to clip.
So you're number 3 first.
Yeah, it'll be
number
easy to
three.
clip like that.
And
My three
and
is
this
Giannis.
is like the most important award.
It'll
That's
be
the
good to clip.
closest award.
My three is Giannis.
My 3 is Giannis.
Giannis.
My 3 is also Giannis.
Wow.
Hey, you know what I'll say though? I'm gonna defend Giannis because we all have him
They
3,
have been picking it up though.
but
Is this his best season?
one of it might be.
It's better than his
Let's check,
MVP,
let's
his
check.
last MVP, I
Let's check.
believe. Remember, we checked he had more points and more stat wise, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's still.
but the record because of injuries, I guess.
It's the same.
Not with
that you talk
Giannis.
about
I just think the other two have had better seasons.
I think his injuries
You
led the
downplay
team
him
down a
because of
little
how
bit.
great
But
he is. I mean, for this case, you'd do the
how many
same for
games did he
Jokic.
play as well, best? I was trying to know.
That's why I don't think it's going either.
59.
Let's see.
He'll play like what?
Oh,
7?
here's what I'll say.
He's
This is
not even
what-
injured that much.
Let me get off for Giannis. So Giannis, the reason he's been great this year is his career year. As we said, he's averaging 31. Let's see his rebounds, 12. Shooting percentage. Let's see from 3.
94%.
Three don't matter. He's shooting 55%. The reason
From what? From 3? Usually
no,
Oh, he said something.
30% from 3,
Okay.
55 from 3.
Hey, that's an improvement though.
It
Man.
is.
At least he's trying. You
35
got
from
fools like
three.
Ben Simmons not even
30,
attempting threes
30.
for his whole
Well, Ben
career.
Simmons is a
Chill out,
mental
bro.
disorder
If he's
that we don't know
35
about.
from 3, he'd win this
Let's keep it
award,
on the
bro.
low. That guy's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, dude. Anyway,
Summer League.
the reason I have him is because he missed by far more games than the other two. He's missed 15 games compared to I don't know what the other two missed, but it's more than
Way less.
way less than Giannis has. So that's why he's kind of been the third wheel, but he deserves love too. Like he's
That's
clearly,
gonna help him in the
Love,
playoffs,
bro.
though.
huh?
I think he has
It
the
could,
best
it could.
team
That's
on
all he
the
really
team.
It was
gives.
mainly rest.
On the
Some people
list.
stuff
It'd be
it.
harder. Yeah.
I think he has the best team on the list too.
Harden, Maxey, those guys are calm.
No,
too. But yeah, he does have the
Bucks
best
are
team.
better.
Bro,
I think the Bucks are the best team in the East.
Yeah,
got
that-
shooters,
he's the best in the
yeah.
league.
These playoff
The best team in
brackets
the league
we're
right
gonna do
now,
is gonna be
like-
good.
Oh yeah, we'll do playoff brackets for sure. We'll do playoff brackets for sure.
All right.
I'll
If
click
you
the link
asked
this
me
time. I'll
last
click the link.
week, I think the 76ers would have made it to the finals the way they were playing.
Not this week, no.
Nope.
Our boy Embiid was scared to
They've
versus
lost 3
Jokic
straight.
today.
No,
He's
let's get
scared to
into it.
versus Jokic.
Who got number 2? Let's go number 2. Let's get into that
I'll say-
because
I'll say-
Embiid and Jokic.
This is very good.
Hey, everybody,
ask it.
everybody take turns. Don't interrupt. Stop yelling over
Well,
people.
what way are we going?
We'll start here because this guy seems eager to say his number 2.
All right, so
Who your number 2? And actually, just say your number 1 because obviously the number 1 is at that.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear 2s first for everybody.
Okay.
Still shock you, right?
Yeah.
My number 2 is Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
I got Joel Embiid number 2.
I'm out to disagree.
Oh, I like that. We all disagree.
I like it.
If we came on here, everyone had the same exact list for MVP out of all awards, I would have been actually upset.
I
So you switched them, huh?
truthfully, I want Joel Embiid to win it.
I'm not upset with that.
It's like obviously I'm not gonna be upset if fucking what's the name wins it again, but it's partly the conversation that having 3 MVPs puts you in, and it's also partly like Embiid is having like one, he's not always this healthy, you know, and it's like this is the first time one of the first times we got to see him this healthy and with like such a good team, and his team's not the greatest. Like it's not fucking like the Bucks and shit, but he's still like averaging 33, getting the scoring title like as a big right now is like. Averaging 33 in general is just like.
I mean, he got every scoring thing you look up. He's gonna be like number one.
You know
Points per minute, everything. My friend showed me that recently.
Yeah.
How many rebounds is he averaging? Like mad rebounds.
10?
Like, I think
He's actually kind of low on rebounds. Like
it's like maybe 9 or 10.
I mean, he's averaging
Double
double digit.
digits,
Yeah. But it's just not as much as like Jokic or
it's
something.
He's
like-
the whole offense.
So basically, what you're saying is
and
that
the Nuggets
you
have
don't
had
like
like a bad
Jokic that much that you're gonna put Embiid in front of him.
Is it one? Yes, but two like not just kidding. No. But
Oh, he said the scoring. Obviously,
No,
he
but
has
he said,
Embiid has a scoring
If you
over
get
Jokic.
3 MVPs, you're in like a different type of era.
because you are. It's just like think about anyone who's won. I don't know. It's just like if you keep winning MVPs and like chips don't. Like I said, chips.
It's the same thing with Rudy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with Rudy.
Nah, but
Don't like the four niggas, huh? You don't like the four niggas.
Okay, that's the other thing. That's
All
my
these
that's
fools
my
are
biggest
scoring,
thing,
bro.
Yeah.
That's
All
my
these fools
biggest.
are
Yeah,
scoring.
first,
European.
My biggest thing though is like Joel is getting there on both ends every night right now, like and he's getting the scoring title. So it's like,
Hey, Giannis getting out every both ends, too.
Giannis is. I feel like it's just a voter fatigue type of thing. That's why he's not higher up on the list. Because in reality,
voter fatigue should be BS though.
I think
I
it's
mean,
the games.
especially
I don't think
for
so.
LeBron.
LeBron
like,
said you should say
in
voter
reality,
I don't think it's
like
voter fatigue.
Giannis
Me
is
neither,
gonna
but-
be doing this. Like LeBron should have 8. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Giannis
so you shouldn't
is
like
gonna
voter
do
I have a
this.
question.
You shouldn't. No, I don't. But
Let me ask a question. Do we
I'm just saying, speaking in like realistic terms, like I don't think that I don't think we should also pass up like Joel Embiid is having a historic year on both ends of the floor. He's gonna get the scoring title. He's averaging double-digit rebounds. His team they're not fucking first seed, but what are they, third right now? Yeah, they're third right now. So it's just like
It's the damn MVP award. Huh?
not even just that, but if Jokic has won it twice in a row, and there's a dude, and he doesn't really play that well on defense, like
You know what's funny?
He's
He
not
actually-
capable, bro.
No.
He's really
Here's what I'll
not.
say though. Like he's obviously not as
He's
good
not
defender
like,
as the other two.
He's
but
not
like
horrible.
he's
Like,
not
people act like
horrible.
he's a cone.
People will have you think like he can't defend anybody.
Yeah, people
Okay.
have you think he's a cone. He's not a cone, but I think like
If you get him isolated on the perimeter, he's cooked. But like
He's slow.
interior defense, he's a big body.
Yeah.
Like he'll
Yeah, like,
he's not gonna
he knows how
block.
to get the spots.
He's not
smart.
gonna block
He's
a
smart
ton
on
of
it. He's
shots,
smart on
but
it.
he takes up space in the paint and
he's
makes
very smart.
tough.
And he has active hands. Dude, I also saw this is a random stat. He has the most kicked ball violations in the league. No,
Smart,
but
though.
think
Smart.
about this.
They were saying
Think
that
about
shit
this.
is cheap.
It's a
They were
huge
saying
gap.
it's
It's like Jokic has like 47 and someone else has like 15 or some shit. It's crazy.
Somebody was saying it
you
was
guys think-
cheap though.
Like I promise you.
47.
No, how
'cause it's
how
like-
is that cheap?
you
It's
know,
off
he'll
the offense.
technically-
yeah,
the
he'll
ball,
technically
like,
kick
yeah.
it.
It's
You
a
can't
very,
reach
it's a very
it.
good thing to beat. Like,
So
it's like
it's like
that's
a
just
dead
a
ball.
weird, like
It's
a weird.
illegal though. It's an illegal play, and he's doing it.
Yeah, he stops the play though. But I'm saying like Jokic has that stat under his belt. It's funny.
It's smart to do though. I'll give
Dude,
you
but
that.
like-
It is smart. It is
He'll
smart.
never be an athletic defender ever. Like
That's
even
why
if
it's
he
a good
slimmed
thing
down,
that
went to
he
the
plays.
gym,
You
like
just said it.
go crazy.
But
He's not
he
built
plays.
like that.
Imagine
You can't
Jokic
take that
chase
away
down
from,
block.
like- But if there's somebody like Embiid like going crazy on both ends, like you can't just take it away from him. Like just
You
because
can't.
Jokic is incapable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like you gotta at least give him a little edge this year because one, he's getting the scoring title, and two, he's doing it on the other end too. Like it's not just about this nigga averaging a triple double and being the first seed. You know, like
The reason I was gonna have Joel Embiid, literally up until today,
until today.
really?
until
That's it,
today,
yeah,
I'm not
I-
even
I
kidding.
get you.
Because
like, it's
the-
very bad.
The
very
thing to
bad
me,
look.
it's just a bad look of him. Like it would have been, I would have still had him if he had played and they just lost. But the
He
way
talks shit.
the way him sitting out, not only did he say like a couple days ago, like I'm gonna need a break, he sits out one of the most important games of the year because everyone is looking forward to this game, the MVP matchup. Like it looks like he's just ducking it. And I also got some stats here just to back up. So Embiid is compared to the other two, he's not a playmaker. He's bottom 5 in assist to turnover ratio in the whole NBA, not even big men. So
No, it's a bad
he's
thing
not
to
the
be.
playmaker. These guys, and then
like Jokic.
the records without these players. So Milwaukee without Giannis is 9-6. Philly without Joel Embiid 9-4. Denver without Jokic is 3-5. So that
Valuable.
also tipped the scales to me a little bit.
Denver does fucking
But
suck
I think
without him.
I would have been with you because the scoring title, I think he's been aggressive all year. He's been healthy. The defensive thing, I agree with you too. But him sitting out this matchup is just, I'm just extremely
That's
disappointed
a
with
horrible
it.
look. Yeah, it's such a
Especially
when
when
I
he
heard that
said
this
the-
morning, I was like, "There's no fucking way." Like even just as any competitor in anything, it's just like
Everyone wanted to
how do
see
you do
this.
that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like just
didn't know
as a
against the
competitor
Nuggets.
in anything,
I
like
didn't know they were-
Especially
even
after
in like the
the-
fucking It's like if Ricky hits my phone talking about I want to play Street Fighter, like, yeah, nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, why do you not want to go and do this if you feel like you're this good, you feel like you want the MVP?
Because they might not do. Probably won't play in the
playoffs. He's been campaigning for himself too. It's like, how you gonna campaign for yourself to be the MVP and then?
Yeah, he just had an interview with Shams the other day too.
Yeah, like you're campaigning for yourself to be the MVP, but then you're gonna set out the MVP.
I got quotes from you. I'm gonna read some of them.
Yeah, read a quote.
So I do agree on that front. Like, aside from like the stats and shit, like this nigga should not have sat out this game. Like,
So here's some of the quotes from his Shams interview. So Joel Embiid says he doesn't need a stat pad to help his MVP case. He said, this is stupid too. It's
That
coming
sound like some hater
naturally.
shit, like-
Even against the Bulls, he said a specific game. Said, even against the Bulls on March 22nd, I could have easily stat padded if I wanted to, but I don't care. I could have easily come back in and got a triple double, or make sure I keep scoring, or the 30-point streak games are going or whatever. But I don't care. And then he says about analytics. This is a direct shot at Jokic because you know all the Jokic guys talk about analytics. I think it's like a subliminal. So you can talk about analytics all you want. When you got some guys in the league, the eye test tells you they're not good defensively, but analytics tells you they're good defensively. That's when analytics don't make sense at all.
Yeah,
That's what I saw.
he
He's
can feel like that.
but there's credence to it. Like, there's
Yeah, it's
for
valid.
For sure.
Him saying that makes him look bad. I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's valid for him. Like, just imagine there's another player in the NBA that's taking you from All NBA, starting All Stars, MVP awards. Like, he's gonna be the reason why your whole career is not as good as it should be because of one man. And at that point, like, you're gonna feel frustrated to the point where you're gonna have to
I feel salty. I genuinely feel
But then
salty.
you got this matchup. It's like
That's also what it.
And you
said
remember
it
what
perfectly.
he said to Draymond Green? Draymond said Jokic was the hardest player you had to guard.
What
He
did he say?
said, he's what's it called? There's a quote of Embiid saying, "You know why I went as hard as I did today is because you said Jokic was the hardest player
wow,
to
yeah.
guard."
He take that
He's
shit
petty.
personally.
The dude's petty. Like,
And he should be though.
good.
That's what I
He should
said.
be good.
Like
Yeah,
what I
and
said.
what
You have
you
a
said
player
is-
that's in front of you that's taking all of your accolades for your whole career, and you're not going to be able to beat him. You can't tell me that Joel Embiid is a better offensive player than Jokic, because Jokic has a better record with the worst team. This dude has James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris.
The
In the worst
playmaking, too,
conference,
like I
yeah,
said.
playmaking in the worst conference, and he
worse.
has
Yeah,
less games.
playmaking
not
comes
worse.
through at
Eastern
the end.
Conference is
Eastern
worse than
Conference
the
is
West.
worse. There's 3 good teams.
Or what?
The Eastern is top.
Dude, the Jazz are like
East is
one of the
top
bottom.
heavy.
Yeah.
The East got like 3 of the 4
Top-
best teams, and then the
Cavs
West.
are good.
Cavs are
But
good.
In
it's-
Miami.
yeah, but
New York.
But I'm saying with the West, it's so unpredictable. Like 1 through even
12,
fucking
right?
12. Yeah,
12.
But the East we know who's
it being
coming out.
unpredictable
exactly.
doesn't mean like it's unpredictable because everybody's so close. Like,
No,
Okay, but
No,
all the
teams
Western
are
teams,
even.
all the
The
Western
8th seed
teams
could
are
be the
harder
first
to
seed.
beat
The
than
8th
the
seed could be
Eastern
the first seed.
teams.
That's what it could be. Like the 8th seed upset.
That's true.
Because you play the Eastern teams more. You only play Western teams twice.
Beating but like
Yeah, no, that's
in the
facts.
West,
Like, in the
some
West,
of the
it
play
could
teams
happen.
could. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying, like, the closeness of it doesn't mean that it's better necessarily. You get me?
It's tougher.
It doesn't, but we can all agree that
Tougher.
the Western teams are better than the Eastern
there are
teams.
more good
All-
West
all
teams
together.
than more good East
And
teams.
you only play the Eastern. You only play the Western teams
The
twice.
East teams are better, but
when
there's
you think
less
about-
of them.
When you think about the chips and shit like that, like besides the Suns, it's like if you want to go to the like, I think in most matchups getting to the finals, I think the top 3 probably like are East teams, like.
Oh, as in terms of winning, yeah, but that's
Yeah,
only
like-
3 teams.
That's what I'm saying. It's
but I'm
top
talking about-
heavy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's true. But I'm saying, like, is it better? You have more contenders
Yeah.
in the East than you do in the West right now,
I don't think so.
in my opinion.
You have more.
No, I
Because
agree
a lot
with
of
that.
people,
I agree with
because a
that.
lot
What
of
do you-
people can make
what do
like
you
a
mean
lot
by
of
that,
people in
though?
the West. Like if the people in the West make the finals,
They're probably
They're gonna
losing
have
to
a
the
really
East
tough
team.
chance.
Yeah,
I
they're
think the
probably
top
losing
3
to-
East teams are the best teams in the league. in
Yeah,
my
that's the
opinion.
point.
that's
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying.
say, yeah.
That's
I
why,
didn't
in
know
my
what you're trying
opinion,
to shake
because
up.
best is subjective.
Yeah.
So
But
like
also,
that's
you don't play
like,
those
better
top 3.
subjective.
You don't only
That's
play
what I'm
those top 3
Yeah.
teams. So you
Yeah.
play the rest of the East.
You play the whole
That's
East.
So
which
the
is-
whole West is
That's
better
The
what
than
I'm
the
majority
East.
of the East teams are that you play are gonna have less good players than the West teams.
There's more tanking teams in the East. No, well, actually.
They're not taking. They're
They're
just
not
passing.
taking.
Jokic's team is easily worse
There's
than
ass.
the
That's what I meant to say.
76ers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like is
And they have a better record, so.
And
That's
also,
why subjectively I say that the East is better because the East has the highest chance right now of winning a chip.
all the stuff Embiid's been talking. They asked Jokic about the MVP award. He said, "I don't care anymore."
Yeah.
He
So
doesn't.
he knows
He
about.
has to win
I
a
mean,
chip.
yeah.
Dude, Jokic literally only cares about winning.
I didn't think
I
it's
know
about the
that's crazy,
championship.
but you
Yeah,
saying
true.
that answer compared to caring, like the voters would be like, "Hey, you know what? He's not even pioneering for this. He's just going out there and
And
hooping."
he don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Like it's a really good
Yeah.
look for, and he played like he played. He didn't duck. Like
Yeah,
if,
no,
if
ducking-
Embiid didn't duck, like what he said.
I'm saying I would have had him
Like,
as
dog,
MVP if
Yeah,
he
I,
didn't
that
I,
duck.
read,
game
I read the
is-
same
is
quote you
hurts
read,
the
and I'm
case,
like, dude, Embiid's that guy until he said some like he talked shit and then didn't play.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
like
that-
dog,
it was
like
very
you talk
disappointing.
shit.
The case hurts
You
him
said
bad.
the subliminal thing. You said the subliminal thing about Jokic. He's gonna play him, and you don't play.
Another point you could have made for the Embiid argument is people think that Jokic is stat padding too in the fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's see this stupid.
Also,
Stat padding.
I have a question.
I'm not even
I
gonna
have-
He said something about stat padding too.
I'm not
I
gonna
have
give
a-
credibility to stat
I have a
padding.
question
Stat padding
about-
is so like very rare.
No, you
compared
should
to what
you
he
should
says.
talk about
Don't
stat
worry.
padding because you're actually
You know
like
what stat-
adding stats when you don't need to
Bro,
be.
stat padding is.
Was
when
he
you
dead ass
fucking
doing this?
I mean, he's the-
throw
They're
ball
saying they were
back
up by
to
20 and they're
back.
just playing in the fourth.
Hudson isn't, but he's the
Like
number,
last 5
He's
minutes.
the number one in his conference. Like how is that stat padding? If he's number one. Like I'm
If
saying,
you're
like,
playing
No,
a
he's
player
saying-
up,
I
like
know
if
what
you're
he's
blowing
saying.
them out and the
Hold on,
win's already six, like you already
Yeah,
have the win
that's-
and you're
let me
playing
ask
them,
this.
it's stat padding.
Let me say this: isn't stat padding like you're getting stats like just to get stats, right? But I'm saying what he's doing since he's the number one in his conference, like that's just like winning at that point.
Yeah.
You're not
He's
understanding what I'm
he's the number
saying.
one.
You're not understanding what I'm
He's not
talking
stat
about.
padding. He's
No,
like saying,
he's
No,
talking
but-
about not taking them out in garbage time. Like
Yeah.
he's
You're
leaving
getting-
Jokic
you're
in
getting
garbage
stats in
The thing
time.
I'll say about
how
that
many
is,
times has Jokic got
Hold on,
stats in garbage time?
The
No?
thing-
A lot. All
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Like, can you actually like show me later? I don't know. If you say a lot, I believe you for now. But I want to
Previous
see that.
game when I think who they beat.
Because I want to see if he actually
like-
gets it in garbage. Because I have Jokic.
he's right though. He has been in like the Nuggets. They sometimes don't pull their like the other team will pull players and the Nuggets will still keep their players and then they'll pull them a little later.
There's
But
no
what
risk
if
of
like what if
injury.
they keep him just to make sure the game is won? Like it's like
No,
11 points.
41,
don't
bro.
move it
No,
up.
but
Look to
dude,
get hurt.
the
11
NBA
is different.
Yeah.
We're
That's
talking about
scary.
20.
No, the NBA is scary. Like, you can come back in 10 points in like
Yeah, he's
like
not
80
in there for 5 additional minutes, but it's still like 2-3 minutes where he's in the like. He's not there for half a
Risk
quarter.
of
or
injury
whatever,
though.
as
I mean,
opposed
it
to-
comes at a cost.
It
It's
doesn't
not
really get
crazy
hurt.
amount,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
It's not.
the
But
thing I'll say
Nigga
about
does not
the
move.
stat padding
It was
though.
against the Bucks.
The
But,
thing
like, he
I'll,
has-
hey,
yeah.
the thing I'll say about stat padding though, like in defense of this, is like a lot of NBA players do. Like if a dude has 49 points, they're gonna leave him in there even if the game's a blowout to get 50. So it's not like depending on the
player.
situation.
not Steve Kerr.
Dude, if you watch that Damian
break the
Lillard
record.
game, that Damian Lillard game, career high, he was chucking up some bullshit at the end of the game just to. He even said like he was throwing up garbage just to try to add on to his thing. He was talking about an interview like, oh, if I had made some of those shots, I probably would have got 80. That's what like he was
Oh,
trying
but
to
he was,
do.
I seen that
71?
interview, but he was saying that was like he was talking about in the middle of the game. Like he said, like he missed some open ones. Like
No, but
There's
at
another
the
game
end he
in
was
the
talking
season
about he was
where-
throwing up like just shit
Yeah.
just because to make up for that.
but I'm saying, yeah, like when he was talking about like, cause I mean,
And his teammates
feel
were
like
like, "Go
everyone
get 80,
talks
go
about
get
that,
80."
like,
Like
oh,
his
if I
teammates are
would've made this
encouraging
one.
him. His
There
teammates
was
encouraging
another
him.
game
I
in the
just feel
season where
like
they
when-
pulled them out when they're up by like a lot in the
Yeah,
third
I'm just saying
result.
generally like it happens though. Like it's
Yeah.
not just Jokic that.
I
does
just
it.
feel like saying stat padding for Jokic, even if he may or may not do it, I feel like since his team is number one, I feel like it's not as bad
It's
as like
definitely
if
a weak
Westbrook doing it in
argument.
like 7th.
It's a
like
weak
when
argument.
Westbrook did it in the 7th or 6th seed, that one, whatever. But I feel like when he's in the first, like we can't like say it as much. Like yeah, it's weaker than when like other
All I'm saying
players.
is like when you're getting stats in garbage time when you don't need to be playing is
That I need to see like with more of my eyes because I just see Jokic's
he did
ending
it against
stat
the
line.
Bucks. They're up by like 20 and he was still playing.
It's
Yeah,
just
like,
a weak
How many,
argument,
like
though.
he's
Like, you
he's
can't-
played like 70, he's like 65 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like how many of the are we gonna nitpick? I know it's like
yeah, it's
close.
a nitpick. It is.
It is, but like he does what he
Yeah,
gets
it's
like,
like what one less rebound on the season if he doesn't like it's not that much.
like
of a
his ending
difference.
total is like 25, 15, and 13. Like these are crazy numbers. Like I get that, but like
Well, yeah, 20. He's gonna average 24, 14, and 12.
Exactly.
Like, oh my god, fuck
I'd
it.
only give credit to it if the nigga was averaging 10 points in the last 5 minutes in garbage time. You know,
Yeah, like if he's just going
like,
off.
I need,
for
I need,
like,
to,
like-
I need to see that. I have
fucking
I
up,
look
fucking up the third string.
Yeah,
Like I haven't seen that. I don't know if it's like that, but I need to like
But
see
it's
that with my.
not-
I
it's
just see
not
the
that bad,
ending,
like-
and I catch some of the Jokic games on prime time, like so I don't see that as much. But if you're saying he has a lot of stat padding in garbage
not a
time,
Not a lot,
It's
but
not a
there's
lot.
It happens.
games you
It's
can
not-
see it.
that's why it's not a
which
strong
I agree it
argument.
happens.
It's
I
clear that
want to
he's
see
doing
more of it. You know,
That's
I'm
why I
asking-
said it's like an extra rebound or something too.
Yeah.
He's not out here scoring 20 extra points.
Like he's not just like missing a layup and grabbing it back like that one time. But
That shit's crazy.
Yeah,
It's-
I wanna
even
see
we
some of
said
that.
like Jokic could fit on any offense, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Nobody said Embiid.
Because of the way he plays them.
No, I'm
So,
taking Embiid.
He's very Embiid is like it's
I'll
the
take
play.
KD
The
over Embiid.
Embiid thing is because of the playmaking. Because like both of them are post heavy, but Jokic can play make out the post way better than
better,
Embiid.
better.
That's why
Jokic's
it's,
makes him just
playmaking, bro.
dangerous,
Jokic is. If we're talking like adding the playmaking to Jokic's
he's
offense,
averaging 10 assists as a center.
dog, like
Yeah.
like
in the clutch.
what Jokic like brings to the table is like offensively is crazy.
like when you do
he-
something-
pass
LeBron has-
ability,
it's
pass
LeBron has.
accuracy, pass creativity, pass like in the
Pass
like
the
threading
wo-
the needle, like it's
He's
it's
a point
crazy.
guard
And he
and
averages
a
25
center.
points, like
Yeah.
Fact.
I feel like once because everyone was loving Jokic at the beginning of the season, but once they started to have like a little losing streak, you'll find anything to hate on him and like give the award to somebody else. Like
They did
Embiid.
go on a losing
I don't like that we do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that we like instead of just
Fatigue, voters
arguing
fatigue.
for Jokic, like people like, oh, but this guy Embiid doesn't do this or that or like,
against
yeah.
or
It's like you should just make points for the the people themselves. Like you don't gotta say like, oh Giannis,
Give pros.
Yeah. That's also why I didn't like what Joel Embiid said. Like just focus on why you're the best, not why you're better than Jokic. You know what I mean?
You understand why though.
But he said
I get it, but I don't like it. That's
he
all
said some childish ish and he ducked the smoke. Like that's what it looks like now.
The smoke ducking was the
no
worst.
matter what we
part
say,
is
he
bad,
said some childish shit and he ducked. Like
him saying the shit, I don't mind as much because like it's cool. Like you know you want to say that you're better. Every NBA player, especially at that level, should say they're the best. Yeah. But when you like literally one-on-one matchup, you don't show up. That's what it's like. Okay, now actually take that into account.
Me personally, if he played the game today and dominated, it wouldn't change my mind.
Because dude, like
to me though, I would have, like I said, I would have picked him if he just played. They could have lost by 20. He could have had a bad game, but just the fact that he pulled up and like took on that challenge. Because the last time they played, he had like 40 points on him.
Yeah, that was in Philly though.
So I'm saying like just pull like again. If you lose today, it's cool. But him just not playing at all.
This one was in Denver.
When the situation, it's like that's what I don't respect about it. But he could have played like shit. I probably still would have picked him today.
That means you bought out and then you were like, nah, I'm good.
I saw a thing. I saw it say on Twitter. It's like the MVP race. It put Embiid as one, and like I was agreeing with that until like he did. I know it's like a thing to like nitpick on, but his narrative,
it's that close.
Like this narrative thing, just like I think it changed it. I don't know.
Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. If Giannis the last week of the season has like a historic week, it could even change people's minds, bro.
Dude,
I think Jokic is a lock, in my opinion.
Dude, if Giannis averages 50 in the last like 10 games, what are we saying? Like 50, like 50 in the last week.
People will think about it. No, I'm saying theoretically.
That's not realistic.
He could do it.
No, he can't.
He had like a 50 in a 3-game stretch. He could have a 50
Okay,
in
but
a
you're
7
saying
game.
that no, he can't.
7-game stretch.
When's the last time you've seen someone drop 50 in a 7-game stretch?
Damian Lillard.
7 games?
Yes.
When was
That
this?
was like 48 or some shit. I remember.
Dude, I don't even remember.
Maybe the bubble?
Week, bro.
It was like
no.
44
It was like the last 2 seasons.
It was like 44 to 48 points or something. I remember. Hold on.
Yeah, look
I fucking don't
7
know the
games is
exact
insane.
week, but he definitely had like a stretch where he's averaging like 40 or 39 points.
I
or
remember
something.
back to that, like the Lillard when I'd leave when I dropped 50 against Jokic. You remember when he was making like all those
In the
threes and they
playoffs?
lost? Yeah, the
Oh
playoffs.
my.
After we got bounced out, I probably lost. They lost to Facu Campazzo and Jeff Green.
Dude,
bro.
Austin Rivers was guarding him.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know how this is going in. Nobody did, and he lost too. I would have laughed after
on
that
the court.
series.
He was just like just fucking.
Yeah.
Franchise is in hell, dude. They need to like.
What can they do? It's a small market, and they have their.
I say
the
this
best player.
offseason is their best chance to do anything because they
They
got
needed
more
this trade
assets than they've
trade,
ever had.
Niggas don't want to go to the Thunder. You know,
This
but,
may have been
look
one
at
of the
their-
times.
43 in his
This
last
may have been one of the
Workman
ones.
shit.
That's a lot.
7 is insane, Gabe.
But it's
not
Giannis
realistic.
better than Lillard. Like
It's not realistic.
if Lillard could do 43 in
No,
4 games,
the way they
Giannis,
score is
a lot of
different.
Lillard's points is
Yeah.
off threes.
Yeah,
Correct.
a lot of
Yeah,
Giannis's
threes.
points is off twos.
Exactly. It's a lot
Exactly,
harder
but
for Giannis. to do.
Giannis averages 31. I'm just saying, like, if Giannis wants to, like, go for 40 and.
But in the
No.
finals, he was averaging like the finals
If
versus
he wants
Suns. He
to
was
go for
averaging
50
like 30.
and average 50, he'd go for 50 and average 50 if he could.
Who?
Giannis.
Yeah, but he
Because
doesn't.
he's saying
do
if
that.
he wanted to, he could. Like, you can't say that because
But
if
he
he
plays
could, he
29
would.
minutes or 30 minutes a game.
No, it's not that. If he did that,
matter.
his team
He
would
plays
lose.
29 minutes a game.
Okay,
It
so if
doesn't
you're saying
matter.
if he plays 40 minutes, it would average
I'm saying
50.
35, 36.
It's
per
not the
36.
minutes. If he
Yeah,
did
I'm
what you
saying
said,
it's
not-
his
I'm
team
saying
would
it's the
lose. If he took
Okay,
every
yeah.
shot, he could score 50.
I'm talking
But
about averaging.
I still don't think he can do it. Like, average 50 for 7 games.
I think if he wanted to, like without caring about his team's outcome, he
I
could
think he
do it.
could. I think he could.
Oh yeah. Anyway, like
Yeah.
most of the things in the
Like you
NBA,
think if
they care
LeBron
about,
didn't give a fuck if
like-
the Lakers won, he could score 50 points a game.
Yeah,
He definitely
he's
could.
He's averaging 30,
People would
but-
say he's just going after stats.
If he,
LeBron?
I mean, yeah, if he.
That would
people
be
say
just
that now.
stats. No, like, I'm
Like,
saying
if he
Giannis
didn't
could
care-
do it.
Dame does that, and they say he's good guy cares about scoring.
All right, so
50's insane.
I guess it was 4 against 1.
Yeah,
It's
4
okay, we'll see.
Hey, I like your point about the
Also,
scoring thing.
I
That's
have
valid.
a question. If
No, I'm
anyone
playing
knows the
around.
answer, if we have to find out. But isn't
I'm not gonna be mad no matter who
Jokic's
wins.
season right now? I know
Yeah.
statistically.
Giannis in the finals averaged the whole, what is it, 6-game series?
Jesus
Yeah, 6
Christ.
games, 35,
That was
13,
the
and
best stretch
5.
of basketball, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's arguably because it was in the finals.
Yeah.
But maybe during the season he averaged more.
There was like a 3-game period. He was averaging 42 this year. I remember Christmas time. I think
Yeah, 3 games.
it was like
I
Christmas
don't even think
special.
he has the freaking not the athleticism, but the stamina to.
This is the Greek freak we're talking about,
50
dog.
games of
This is
50,
the freak.
50 points for 7 games is ridiculous stamina.
Bro, I don't know.
Or
The
you'll be-
NBA is
You'll be dead dropping
wouldn't-
25, like 20.
Hudson.
You'll be out of breath dropping 20.
me,
He
obviously
can't-
me, bro. I'm a fat. I'm 5'3" and I'm fat. Like, what are we talking about?